Morning, please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, we beseech your divine guidance in this meeting. Keep us ever mindful of our obligation. Grant us, dear Lord, wisdom, tolerance, and courage that we may well serve our county and fulfill our trust. Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Move to approve the minutes of March 31st.
Second.
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes. Do we have any public comment regarding resolutions for today? Seeing none, we will move on to resolutions. County Engineer, we have Dan Becker here.
Morning.
Good
Morning.
morning.
I think I have two resolutions for your
Yes,
consideration
you do.
today.
That's what we got, yeah.
The first is determining the necessity to close Granger Road for some culvert and roadside maintenance. And the second is the disposal of excess equipment by the county engineer.
Move to approve the two resolutions.
Second.
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Next up, we have Jeremy Cinco, our sanitary engineer.
Good morning.
Morning, everyone. Just one resolution for consideration today, and that's amending a professional design service agreement with HDR for the Westfield Water Treatment Plant project.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. Next up, we have Nicole Lee from Human Resources.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have two resolutions for you today. The first one is approving personnel changes. We have two new hires, one in sanitary, one in maintenance, one rate increase at McSass, one leave of absence in sanitary, one retirement in maintenance, two resignations at JFS. The second resolution is approving a 3-year agreement between the Medina County Sheriff and the Ohio Patrolmen's Benevolent Association for the Corrections Officers, beginning January 1st, 2026, and concluding December 31st, 2028.
Move to approve both resolutions.
Second.
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Thank
you,
you.
Nicole.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Brett Thomas, our finance director.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I have 8 for you today, but they're all fairly quick. Our first one is expenditure adjustments for various funds. This is actually offsetting expenses for the Department of Planning Services for the Community Development Block Grant. We have some grant money that we use for administrative costs, so we move that out of the general fund. Our second resolution is our sales tax distribution to all of our school districts in the amount of $5,268,585.84 this quarter. That is for first quarter of 26. Our third resolution is authorizing the purchase of 6,900 gallons of unleaded gasoline for the engineering center. Ports Petroleum is our low bid this time at $2.59.9 per gallon. Going up right now, as I feel everybody feels that one. Our fourth resolution is the transfer of inventory between offices. And our fifth resolution, which couples with it, is our excess property. Table A is our disposal items, and Table B is our auction items. Our sixth resolution is expenses for the county engineer for travel. They have the Ohio Bridge Workers, Supervisors, and Engineers Conference. Our seventh resolution is expenses for other county officials. We don't have anything, or we do have one that's out of state, sorry. We have a mock prison riot training in West Virginia for the sheriff's office. I did have 2 on here that are actually additional increases for prior travel for the sheriffs, for the subject control instructor training and the tactical officers conference. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys have note of those. And then finally, our eighth resolution is our weekly bills in the amount of $1,336,996.80.
Move to approve the 8 resolutions.
Second.
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes. Thank you, Brett.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Okay, we're done with resolutions. Now we have department updates. First up, we have Laura Toth from Senior and Adult Services.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The Brunswick Senior Expo was last Wednesday. I think Commissioner Hambley and Swedick were attending. We had about 300 attendees and over 70 vendors. It was really a great success. Last Friday, we also had a sock hop complete with an Elvis impersonator. It was on the front page of the Gazette yesterday, which we've never had an Elvis impersonator in all the years I've been there. So that was kind of exciting. Our seniors definitely loved it. Our next center event will be a Mother's Day celebration at the Brunswick Rec on Thursday, May 7th. And our next large-scale event will be Medina County Senior Day, of course, in May. That's taking place on Wednesday, May 20th, at the Medina County Fairgrounds. And our theme will be superheroes. So that's always a nice event. Some capital reports. Our elevator construction continues at the Human Services Center. We are on week 9 of the project, so now I'm counting every day, every week. No, it's fine. I had a talk with Stephen yesterday, and hopefully we will have that up and running in the next week or so. We also have a new generator that was installed, and that is up and running. The hookup to our kitchen will be tomorrow, Wednesday. That was really my big ask, that the new generator have the ability to run the kitchen in total so that we do not have to move operations during a prolonged power outage. So even though the center probably wouldn't be open if something like that happened, we would still be able to put together home delivered meals and run our routes. So I'm really excited to get that going. Additionally, the refrigerators and freezers will hold temps. We've lost food a couple of times during long power outages. So it's a definite upgrade. I have a meeting next Tuesday to talk about the small pavilion in our courtyard, which an Eagle Scout built, I believe, in 2013. And it is coming to the end of its life. It's a wood structure, and a lot of the wood is starting to rot. We will get through. Maintenance is going to help us get through this picnic season, but I'm hoping to get plans together to reconstruct that, a more permanent structure. Possibly we have a meeting next Tuesday that will be paid for by the Senior and Adult Foundation. So, and maintenance is going to help in the planning of that, because obviously it's going to be on county property, so we definitely want that input. But that's an exciting thing that'll be coming this fall. Our seniors farmers market nutrition program, can you believe that's going to be starting? I feel like we just stopped talking about it. It'll be starting next month. It is this totally online program enables income qualified seniors to receive $50 in credit at select farmers market. The past 3 years, these recipients have also received a $50 Aldi gift card in December, courtesy of the Senior and Adult Foundation and the Giving Place. So that is planned again for this year. So once I get more dates, I will definitely be back and talk about that, so people know when they can start applying. And we do facilitate helping people get online, apply, things like that. On March 27th, I attended the Ohio Coalition of Adult Protective Services Conference in Columbus. They had great overviews of several processes and programs that are used in adult protective services. The most interesting was the work that the Attorney General's office can do in investigating any group living environment, licensed or unlicensed. They have a whole division that's able to do that to help law enforcement investigate group homes, assisted living, skilled nursing facilities, county homes, any kind of group living. I found it very helpful, and they are also willing to help law enforcement, which would obviously be the first place you would go if anything was going on. But it was very insightful. Next month, I will not be here. I'll be on vacation, but I will come to a couple discussion sessions when I get those days of the Senior Farmers Market, when I know that date, and also to advertise Senior Day, do a little commercial. So that's all that's going on. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
Next up, we have Denise Testa from Planning.
Good morning.
So last week, we completed our subdivision regulations and proposed development agreement discussions with the work group, and I believe Commissioner Harrison was in attendance with the work group, as well as the presentation to the Planning Commission at our meeting last week. So the next step is they will start drafting some recommendations for consideration. For our May meeting, we have 4 items on the agenda, including the Bohattie Plan Development Replat 2 located in Medina Township. This is the single-family homes with the extension of Ledgewood. Also, Bridlewood Reserve Preliminary Plan located in Sharon Township. We also are reviewing a cobblestone variance request, and that is the subdivision located in Montville Township, followed by Homer Township text amendment. And we actually already have a June agenda item. We have 2 map amendments from Brunswick Hills. Regarding our grants, for our program year 2022 Community Development Block Grant, also CDBG, we completed our file monitor visit for our PY24 CDBG, which is currently en route. That will be wrapping up at the end of fall. We are currently in the process of continuing our activities with the PY26 CDBG application, which that application will be due in June of 2026, but applications to the county are available on our website, and those are due, I believe, on May 1st at 4 p.m. For our PY23 Community Housing Impact and Preservation Program, also known as CHIP, that is wrapping up this month. And we just received our executed grant agreement this morning, which was like Christmas morning for me, because we can now begin the completing the environmental review record. Will be sent to our partnering cities, including Brunswick, Wadsworth, and Medina, as this is the first time we've received a grant for the entire county. So I'm very excited about that. And then our next step is to request the release of funds. And I'm also pleased to announce that we did receive the Ohio Department of Agriculture Land Use Planning grant for $45,000 with a $5,000 county match. So that was also great news that we received last week. Any questions?
Good job.
All right.
Excellent report. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Okay, no more department reports, but we do have a proclamation recognizing April 2026 as National County Government Month, whereas the nation's 3,069 counties serving more than 330 million Americans provide essential services to create health, safe and vibrant communities, whereas counties fulfill a vast range of responsibilities and deliver services that touch nearly every aspect of our residents' lives, whereas Medina County and all counties take pride in our responsibility to protect and enhance the wealth, well-being, and safety of our residents in efficient and cost-effective ways, and whereas Medina County and the County Commissioners Association of Ohio encourages our fellow citizens to become engaged and aware of services provided by county governments throughout Ohio, whereas we appreciate the dedication and hard work of the county workforce who deliver critical services to the people of Medina County, and now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Medina County, Ohio hereby proclaims April 2026 as National County Government Month.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion? Roll.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, next up we have public comment. Do we have any public comment today? Okay, seeing none. Discussion session. Do you have anything, Denise, Dan, Matt, John? No. Okay, Steve.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up last week we talked about the a memo, Brett, that you had sent out on March 25th regarding the journal entries and the budgetary reclassification of expenditures. And last week, I think I asked you for a follow-up, an update on that, and I just wanted to, where we're basically concerned is reclassifying these expenditures to basically try to get around our budgetary process. So I know you were going to look at that further, and I know you had some discussions with the state auditor, so I wondered if you could update us on that. Sorry to put you on the spot, but that's like...
So yes, we did have, the state auditor and I have had an ongoing discussion on this. This actually had arisen back beginning in 2025, and then we had some ongoing changes in 26, which had prompted my memo. The 2025 reclassifications were actually items that were reclassified to skirt budgetary restrictions. and avoid appropriations and having to increase appropriations due to salary lines being exceeded in a couple line items. And so items were reclassified as other types of expenses through journal entries instead of through the standard process, which would involve executing a budgetary request that would increase our appropriations and thus recognize the salary appropriately. So instead, we had some salary items that drifted into things like PERS and other costs. So the state auditor is aware of that. That reporting was filed in January.
Okay.
I had ongoing discussions with the director of accounting at that time. He had let me know that that some of these things were occurring. So we've been working with the state auditor since that point regarding that. The more recent event had been a transition of reclassification again of the auditor's salary expenses. Just moving, it would be a standard reclassification except for the fact that when you have multiple funds reassigning salaries in between them, that is a standard practice. But when we look back beyond a certain period of time, we want those things to be reclassified through a budgetary process that is not an accounting correction after a period of time. Journal entries are restricted to an accounting correction because they're to correct an error. If somebody miskeyed a number or if somebody put something into a wrong account and then they say, oops, that was my bad, I need to fix that. So that particular memo still does not have any response except from the director of accounting himself working with me independently to try and create a resolution path. But he has been working with me actively to try and make sure that we are forming a good pattern going forward. So I would not say that they have been unresponsive in that regard. It has been largely a collaborative effort between him and myself to try and form a good path moving forward to create a standard of controls for that, because our accounting system presently allows those journal entries to be made without an approval. They don't come back to my office for any form of approval. So when they get made, it just goes into the system and there's no notice, there's no anything. I have to go back and retroactively find them. So it's a little bit of a hunt. So outside of that, though, that memo has been, I know that the auditor's office has sent that memo over to the state auditor in hopes to have them look at it for a determination. The state auditor had already read it before I sent it. So I'm sure they'll have a fairly expedient response back.
Okay, good. Being addressed.
Yes.
Super, thank you.
Thank you, Brett.
You're welcome.
That's all I had.
Aaron?
Denise mentioned, I neglected to comment on it. I thought we had a good session last week, first session, and look forward to taking additional steps on the subdivision regulations and revisiting those. I think anytime you get the group of builders and the folks from the county in the room, I think it's an opportunity to kind of build towards the future we want. And I had the sense, at least, of the room that we had, everybody was kind of buying into that, and there will be some more fruitful discussions to come too once we see recommendations before anything gets reduced to writing. So I'm happy that process is going forward, and I'm particularly happy when I mentioned specifically the buy-in from the builders community of having the right people at the table and people who are willing to give of their time to participate and help us in that process. And that's all I have.
Thank you. I have nothing today, so I will entertain a motion.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session to consider the investigation of complaints against a public employee and to discuss the compensation of public employees.
Second?
Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.